Thank you, Sir Dixon. Question from Blessing. Please, how much does it cost from start to finish? Also, do you coach the English class? We cannot tell you how much it costs from start to finish because every individual's process is different. I do not know whether you're a midwife, a psychiatric nurse, or general nurse, but there's my write-up is all over out there, the price breakdown. We know for a fact what CGFNS is charging, $420. We know for a fact what ERES is charging, $480. We know for a fact that Pearson VUE, exam coordinators, they charge $200 if you're writing in the US and $350 when you're writing outside the US. Things like that, we can give you a breakdown for you to budget. But for me to tell you that when you start today till tomorrow, you spend $20,000, I cannot give you that figure. So, and you might go to your nursing school will say they are charging you 1,000 pounds or 100 pounds or 10,000 naira or 50 cedis. And I cannot budget how much your school will charge. You go to nursing council, the tutor is going to market. He says, pay me this money, I'll pick drop in and I'll pick a ride and come and fill the form for you. Your price might be different. So I cannot tell you the exact amount, but all we know is it's a very lengthy process, it's expensive. It can take between 9 months to 3 years, depending on you, the individual. I'm very happy to say that about 300 nurses in Ghana who have passed the NCLEX that we know of on record, and they are waiting to come to America. And I'm happy that everybody's trying to embark on this journey. So you're not alone. Find a buddy that is motivated so that you do this together and get this done. Your family will come. If nothing at all, your kids will have a better life for sure. Forget all the rumor, they're shooting everywhere. There are still 300 million people who are alive and haven't died. And I'm one of them. You can see me live because it's a live video. So please, after passing the NCLEX, okay, I think I took that question already. Please, is the NCLEX classes online or one-on-one? We have moved away from one-on-one classes for a very long time, thanks to COVID. COVID happened and it was an eye-opener. We realized that we can work from home. Even there are nurses who work from home. And nobody is gonna come and sit in a classroom holding a chalk or a marker and be writing on the board. Everything is virtual. And we encourage you to keep up, to know how to use the gadgets, know how to keep up with technology, because nursing in America is 99.9% gadgets. And the 1% that is there or whatever, 0.whatever% that is left is you hands-on doing anything. If you give a patient a cup of water to drink, you run to your computer. 20 cc of water given to patient at this time. If you give a suction the patient, you turn on the machine, you run, suction, and it was a negative 20 pressure, this, you document. So if you don't know how to use a computer, how to use a phone, how to study online, you go to work. As I'm sitting here, I have a lot of assignments. It's not because I'm a student, it's because I'm a staff, I'm a nurse, I work. They bombard you with a lot of assignments, we call it models. If any technology comes today, if a catheter comes and it's a one-way catheter and somebody makes a two-way catheter, they'll upload a diagram, videos you have to watch, questions and quizzes you have to take. You have 3 chances to pass those quizzes. If you don't pass on the third chance, it's going to pop red. You have to go and call IT desk to find a way to reset it for you. So I'm going to work and I'm coming back to answer, do assignments. And the sad part is you cannot do it in the comfort of your home because you can't log in to a patient's chat or log into the hospital's program from your house. You need to be in the campus, the premises of the hospital to answer those questions. So you are models, you are typing, you are answering questions, and you are a full-time worker. Nobody is paying you for that. But if you work 3 days, and because you have a PAL, you go and say, for my off day, I'm going to use my off day, you go to the library to use it, they'll pay you for it. But we need to learn to use computer. I know it's expensive, our networks are not reliable, they are very expensive, but the class is basically an online class. If Dixon wants to add anything to the class, the NCLEX class, how it's done.
Yeah, so we want you to mimic how the real NCLEX exams will be. So, of course, you should know how to click the button and all that. So you have a student portal that all the necessary material that you need to succeed on your journey will be deposited. Beyond that, we have a teaching assistant who will also be supporting our candidates to, this within a week. The things that you discuss on your mainstream NCLEX class, if there are some gaps and all that to show, your teaching assistant will be standing by to help you. But all these interactions is going to be virtual. We have candidates spread across Ghana, different parts of, Africa and all that. So definitely, and the world is even moving. You can't assemble everyone, and besides, you are working. You are working, and you can't just abandon your work and converge you all in one place and be teaching you. The world is moving. The IT is a future, and we want you to also mimic how the real NCLEX will be. So everything is virtual, and all the materials that you need to help you succeed, you will make it available for you. Thank you. Over, please.
Thank you, Sir. The question, I think the person had two questions. I took one part and I didn't take the other one. The other one is, can I come with somebody? You want to come with someone to help you with your kids? Yes, there's a visa category for domestic workers. The family, somebody can come, nanny, houseboy, whatever can come with you. But mind you, you are going to a strange land. You don't know how the place looks like. You want to focus on yourself, the nurse first. If it's your husband that is the nurse going, one person needs to take the lead. It's very advisable that nurse who has passed the NCLEX, who got the job, takes the lead, look at the environment, rent a house, do all those preparations, get a car and this and that before the wife or husband and children come over. Before you now be thinking of your house help and houseboy. Mind you, in America, nobody has house help and houseboy. To be opening gates for you and doing those things, it comes at a cost. And normally what you do is you run a shift with your partner. Luckily for you as a nurse, you're able to run shifts. You can do night, your husband will be doing day, or your husband can be doing night and be doing day. You run shifts and manage your way, so you bring the kids over. But when you're doing the paperwork and everything, you include all of them. But you can bring somebody, so whole visa on its own, you need to prove that you are not trafficking anybody's child. It's a whole paperwork. Dixon, you can add anything to it, sir.
Yeah, and even that there's a caveat to it. So they always refer to as your immediate family. So you, the nurse, is the principal applicant, and your spouse and your children are your immediate family. That's it. It doesn't explain whether you can bring your caregiver or whatever. The principle or the law is your immediate family, and your immediate family is your spouse and your children. That's it. Don't go foul to the US immigration law. After you've gotten your permanent residence status and you want to, sponsor your mother or your caregiver back home, you can do that. And even with that, the employer is going to sponsor only you, the nurse. So with the sponsorship, we mean the employer filing for your I-140 and paying for all those, costs and all that. But if you want to come along with your children and your spouse, you have to pay for their flight tickets and their visa fee. So the employer is going to pay for you, the nurse, visa fee only. If you want to come with your 3 children, it means that you are going to pay for their visa fee, all the 3, and your your spouse. But of course, they will be covered. You can include them in the immigration procedure, the I-1 filing of the I-140 documentation and all that. But in terms of paying for their visa fee, the employer is going to sponsor you, only the nurse. So your spouse has to pay for his own visa fee and that of the flight ticket from wherever you are to the US. So there's a caveat to it. And at this level, we will encourage that, you do things properly so that you don't go and include your extended family and all that, because you are yet to even be granted your permanent residence. So if you do anything, they will fish out and you will be found wanting. Over, please.
Okay, thanks for that addition. Thank you very much, Ken, for your kind words and compliments. There's a question here. Can I pay the classes fee in installments? Yes, the classes fee, as I very much emphasized, we want you to do 6 months, but we accept 3 months payment. Why don't you accept 1 month payment? We can accept 1 month payment, which is $60 a month, but I don't want the situation whereby you start this month and you are not able to raise the funds for the next month. Then you take a whole 5 months break and come back. Then you have forgotten all that you've taught. Then you now be dragging the class back. So either 3 months, that is $180. If you're in Ghana, you can multiply it by 8 cedis. If you're elsewhere, you can multiply it by how much a dollar is wherever you are watching me from. So 3 months is the least installments we take. We don't want you to take for classes for 4 weeks and disappear and go gather funds and come. English, you cannot be breaking your thought process and study and pause and all. So sit down whenever you're ready with the 3 months, $180, then you pay and you go. So Ken, you have 2 double questions in here. Dixon, you can add.
And even a bit to that, you see, our NCLEX training is organized in such a way that you will begin with beginner class 1 until you've proved that we can move to the next level. You are going to remain at that level. So we have beginner class 1 based on your scores and your assignment and all that. You'll be graduated to beginner class 2, and at that level, based on your scores and your competence and your assignment scores and all that, you'll be graduated to the master class and the exit class and all that. So you cannot pay for 1 month subscription. I want to study on my own. Then you come back, you are going to tarnish our brand. No, we are clearly challenged regarding that. We can always reach out to Madam Prissy, who know how to help you in such situations. Over, please.
Thank you. So Ken, your question. I've watched almost all your YouTube videos and I want to clarify this. Will USRN, UPC send the evaluation forms to our various schools with a fee? Number 2, will we have to send it to our schools ourselves? Thank you. So if you're schooled in Ghana and your school is in Accra, luckily we only have 1 nursing council for the whole of Ghana and it's based in Accra, so that is good. If you're schooled in Ghana and your school is in Ghana and your school is in Accra, we can send the forms to the school on your behalf. We recommend that you do. But if you happen to be outside Accra, the capital of Ghana, and your school is in UDS somewhere, if we have to send it to go to UDS for you, it's a flight. It's a 12-hour ride on the road and all. Those costs, you will pay for that on your own. Dixon, please over, this is your field.
Yeah, so basically, what we do is, our consulting fee. So beyond we doing it as a business, we also look at contributing to society, helping to break the unemployment gap and all that. $300, people even laugh at that. Why are you charging with all these enormous services that we are giving to our client? So look, the point is, if you schooled within Accra, within Accra, and not Pantine. Pantine is outside Accra, so we will charge you small. So if you school within Accra, University of Ghana, UPSA, or those whatever, we can help you, mitigate some costs and all that. But once your school is outside Accra, and we, as my boss indicated, we also, encourage that you send the forms to your school yourself. And I'm sure, at that level, you've built acquaintances already, and, they can, but we can also do it on your behalf, but it comes with a cost. It doesn't include that $300 that you pay. If you want us to send the forms to your NTC or your university, it comes with a cost. You pay for our TNT and our lunch and all that. Yes. Over.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, thank you. So another question here. I'm in healthcare. Can you help me? I'm rather unfortunate. We only deal with psychiatry nurses, midwives, and general nurses, so we cannot help you. I have a video out there with a job application. You might want to apply to Worldwide Health Staff Solution and see if they get back to you. Will a BSc in midwifery holder in Ghana still be an associate RN in the US? Will a BSc in midwifery holder, you'll be an RN, not an associate. You have a 4-year bachelor's, you'll be an RN, not an associate RN. What if you have done 3 years diploma? 1 second, let me scroll down. What if you have done 3 years diploma? 3 years diploma RN. Dixon, please mute yourself.
Yes, once you have it, okay.
I just said mute yourself because of the background noise, but if you have something to say, you can just reposition yourself away from the noise. And
yeah, so once you have a BSc in midwifery, once they do the equivalence, it will be that of the degree level in USA. So your equivalent will match a degree holder in USA, and you transition as a USRN BSN. But if you have a diploma and we do the equivalence, it will be associate degree nurse. Though you are a USRN, but yours, you did it with your diploma. So you are an associate degree nurse. Yes, over please.
Thank you. My friend watching from Zambia. Hello, Zambia. Milna, your question is, what if you have done 3 years diploma RN and then BS midwifery, and what will the possible starting points, what will be, I'm sure there's an omission there, what will be the possible starting points? I'm from Zambia. So you did 3 years diploma, and you further went and did a BSc midwifery. It's just the same as what he said. You'll be an RN, not an associate, you'll be an RN, but you will not be a midwife. You will not work as a midwife in America. You work as a registered nurse. If you have done a change of name after marriage, yes, good question. Do you use your maiden name for registration or your new name? Because I have my passport in maiden name. This question, thank God you asked this question. It's been one of our biggest challenges we've been dealing with. Personally, if you are not married yet, I will not encourage you to change your name. I am married. I never changed my name because my documents, US Embassy, I didn't want to complicate my life, so I never changed my name. If you already changed your name, it's too late. Luckily, there are documents you can use to back it. You can get a Gazette form, you can get an affidavit form. But your name in passports has to match the nursing education names, Dixon names. This is the field for Francis, it's not here. So Dixon, you can take the question for Francis. Name issues, change of name. I guess Dixon is not here. So.
Yeah, Prissy, I can hear you.
Did you get the question, sir?
No, please. Can you kindly repeat it for me?
If you have done a change of name after marriage, do you use your maiden name for registration or your new name? Because I have my passport in maiden name. What name should a person use for USRN journey?
Yes, so you can use your new name for the registration, but you need to back it with evidence. So the affidavit, was it gazetted in the newspapers and all that? You need to support it with your marriage certificate and all that, because you need to bear in mind that the name on your academic transcript will be used for the CES report. And if there's a mismatch in name, it's going to be an issue. But if you've changed your name and you have the evidence to back it, you can use your new name. So it has to be gazetted in the news dailies, and there should be an evidence. If you're using your husband's name, there should be an evidence of marriage and all that. But I would advise that it's not good to be changing names and all that. At a point, you can be refused a visa based on that. So just keep your name and so that you don't find yourself wanting with the immigration staff and all that.
Thank you. Sorry, Dixon is having a little challenge today with his network, but I hope you can hear us. So please, with the new ones, Veronica, you are enrolled with us. You are enrolled with UPC. When will we start a credential evaluation and NCLEX class? This question is basically dependent on you. When you enrolled, we gave you the forms. This is on the side. This is not a general discussion. We gave you the
manager. Yes.
Talk to your case manager and he'll handle it. So far as you pay your $320 for JSA or you pay your $420 for CGFNS, that is when your credential evaluation starts. So it all depends on your money and your pockets and when you are ready. So if you're ready today, you get your form today, we get it going. Ernest, you're also enrolled with UPC. So after you pass as a self-sponsor person.
So when you subscribe to UPC, our operational standard procedure is that we will assign you what we call a case manager. So myself, I'm a case manager for nurse, midwives, psychiatrists, and all that. My colleague is also a case manager for general, registered general nurses. So your case manager will be dealing with you on daily basis. And if there are some discrepancies in your documents and all that, he is the first point of call. You don't have to pick a phone and call Madame Priscilla because you know Madame Priscilla's contact. We don't work like that. Your case manager should be your first point of call. In fact, that he is the interface. So that's how we work. Over, please.
For clarifying that. Most of you, when I used to use the Ghana Vodafone number, you keep forgetting that I live in the US and we have a time difference. Someone is calling me at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. when I'm in bed. I can't pick your calls. And I do not take calls. I only answer WhatsApps. Any call, I've always directed everybody on here to call my assistants in Ghana because I don't talk to anybody. Imagine if I want to talk to 1,200 people on Telegram and the WhatsApps and the YouTube, I can't talk to anybody. And I have a full-time job I go to. So the time difference is also a problem. That's why I can easily text you on Telegram or WhatsApp, but I cannot take your calls. So Ernest wants to know, Ernest is a UPC enrollee, he's with us. He wants to know that after all this process, will the recruiter reimburse some of the costs that they've incurred in the process? Yes, most of the recruiters will reimburse some of the costs you have incurred in the process, not all, but it depends on the recruiter. That is why we deal with the top-notch recruiters that have a better deal for you, the applicant. Dixon, anything?
Yeah, so we have what we call, so in the recruitment process, we have what we call a direct hire or agency. So if you've self-sponsored yourself and you still want to go with O'Grady, after you've passed your NCLEX exams, O'Grady will reimburse you some costs that you incurred in relation to passing your NCLEX exams. But it means that you are going to be bonded with O'Grady because O'Grady has reimbursed you. So it's technically the same as O'Grady, sponsoring you before your NCLEX. But I don't see the rationale or the reason why you do a self-sponsorship and you still go ahead and sign a contract with O'Grady that I want you to bond me and all that. The another option is what we call a direct hire. So with the direct hire, then once you get to the US, you'll be working directly with the hospital. So what that implies is that you'll be earning the full hourly wage and you'll be recognized as a staff there, not an agency staff. You'll be entitled to all, fringe benefits. And also you'll be given what we call a sign-on bonus. If you are the type that your agency sponsored you, you'll not get a sign-on bonus. The sign-on bonus will go to your agency and they will that's how they make money. And they will also, induce you with a car loan and all that. And you are new in US. If they give you a car loan, it's going to affect your credit rating. So we encourage people that they should try and do a self-sponsorship. Once you pass your NCLEX exams, you become very hot cake and you can bargain for, good deals and all that. Over, please.
Okay, I want you to, thank you. Let's make sure you position yourself well, because you were breaking off somewhere, but we had the key points. So the network is an issue. Charity, I see your hand, but let me read a bunch of these messages. I like how the messages are coming in. Please, does a self-sponsorship mean that after paying all the expenses for the ERES evaluation and NCLEX yourself, and you pass the NCLEX as an RN, can one then apply to the employer or hospital in US directly without an agency? If you self-sponsor yourself, can you apply directly to an employer in the hospital? Yes, if you did everything on your own and you pass, the next thing is for you to find a recruiter on your own. So you can apply to the hospitals. The only thing is that it takes very long to find them as an individual. But we present a case. We have 10 students with nursing license. Work with them. They will jump on that. But you, Priscilla, sitting in somewhere in Abeokuta, trying to find a hospital in America to hire you, it will be a hard work for you to do. But you always get hired. They need nurses, so they'll find you one day. I'm single, but can I come with my siblings or different surnames? You do not want to come you do not want to complicate your life. Even me, who is an American citizen, trying to bring my siblings or mom or something, it will be a very hard journey for me. So you are single, you have not entered the country yet, and you want to come with your siblings who have a different surname. You don't want surname. You don't want to complicate your life with all that. Later on, when you come in, and
it's a very
go ahead.
It's a very serious issue.
You cannot just be bringing anybody like that. So
you'll be deported.
You cannot be bringing anybody, siblings, mother, father, what? My husband brought solely me, who is his wife. I, who is his wife, you can apply for a form for your mother, your siblings, whatever. But get in first. Get your green card. Proceed after 5 years. Get your citizenship. Then think about bringing somebody. So you have at least 7 years to bring your siblings, because you haven't arrived in America yet. So that will take you like 2 years to arrive, 5 years to get citizenship. So 7 years you can bring your siblings, and let's see how that goes. We are not discouraging you, but you don't want to be bringing people with different names and complicate your life. Please, does the cost of learning materials include parts of the 360? Yes. The class is embedded with learning materials and all that, and it's part of the 360 for 6 months, $60 for a month. Please, what of those who have BSc emergency nursing? Do we qualify? Earners, is it the same earners that is enrolled with us or a different earners? BSc emergency nursing, where did you study it? Can I have more details? RN, kindly explain associate RN. Okay, please. Associate RN is somebody who did diploma nursing for 3 years, a 3-year diploma nursing. When you come to America, you are an associate RN. I went to the university and did bachelor's. I did a 4-year degree program. I'm an RN. But if you did 3-year diploma in midwifery, whatever, general nursing, any 3-year diploma is equivalent to American associate. That is what associate means. So if you have a diploma, you're an associate. Please, what if you have a diploma in midwifery to start the process, but later completed the BSc midwifery? Can you use a degree after completion when I've already started the process with UPC? When are you completing? When are you getting that certificate? We want you to be clear with us that you are in school and you have an exact graduation date. You have an exact date you get your certificate. We have somebody who didn't tell us anything she was doing. She enrolled and said, oh, by the way, I finished school last month. We don't have a graduation date. I don't have the certificates. I don't have the PIN. We don't want that. So let us know more details. So if I understand you well, I should maintain my maiden name in documents and not use the name through this name through the process at all. Should I maintain my maiden name? Yes. Maintain it and back it up with documents that show that you are the same person bearing those 2 different names. Please, if you did diploma and got your PIN and then did a degree for your BSc, where will you send the forms to? Dixon, over to you. as you.
It's raining at my end, so I've been losing transmissions and all that. Can you re-code the question again, please?
Somebody said if she got a diploma, 1 second, if you did the diploma and got your PIN, and then you did a degree for your BSc. It's the network is bad today. It's not a good day for us all. Okay, Charity, please take your question. Whilst Dixon tries to figure himself out. Charity, I see your hands up. Any questions?
Yeah, thank you, Priscilla. Like, it's like somebody asked and you have answered it, but I want you to clarify more for me.
Yeah. So if you started your
Dixon, please mute. Dixon, please mute for now, and then let Charity take your questions, because you're having a rain challenge, rain interference. Okay, Charity, please go for it one more time.
Okay, Mr. Priestley. So, like, I'm saying that you are saying that we, those with diploma, like diploma right now in RNs, we are going to be associate RNs when we get to US, like when everything is done. So you were mentioning what do you say, our responsibilities, like our job description. So I wanted you to clarify it for me a little. And with salary wise, or let's say rank wise, hierarchy, what is the difference between the RN and the associate RN? Thank you.
Okay. Yes. So first of all, you will be an associate RN, as I said. I'm a BSN RN. There is no difference between our workload at work. That's surprising. If I have 6 patients, you have the same 6 patients. I act independently, you act independently. You don't report to me because I have BSN. Nope. There's no difference. We don't even know who is associated. It's on paper, or when they hire you, then they say you are associate RN, but there's no difference. We are all RNs. The only difference is if you are LPN. If you are LPN and your job description is entirely different, you are assisting the nurse assistant sort of, you are LPN. But associate RN, Dixon is the host now, okay. Associate RN plus you and I, the same job description, everything, rank-wise. Most at times when they bring nurses from outside the US, they bring nurses from Philippines a lot because the Philippine government has a good relationship with the US government. They export healthcare workers. Cuba also exports healthcare workers. When they bring such people to the US or people from Africa, they like to start you from RN1. The ranks here, we don't have SNO, Senior Nursing Officer, PN, or DDNS. We don't have that here. We do numbers. Registered Nurse 1. Registered Nurse 2, Registered Nurse 3. I don't know what goes beyond the rest, but all I know, before you go up, you have to do some paperwork, article, masters, defending a case, or being in a project. You'll be in a committee and do all. I'm currently working towards my RN3. It's been a headache. I'm doing a project at work that I have to present, and when they approve, I'll be RN3. So I said I have all this experience from Ghana, and I would like to be hired as RN2. The first facility said no. The second one gave me the opportunity and hired me as RN2. I'm still RN2. So I'm doing projects to be RN3. So you being a foreigner, you don't know how American system works. You don't know how the healthcare system works. You never worked here before. They normally hire you as RN1, but you can present your case like I did. I presented my case and I was started off as RN2. So in terms of rank, my rank, because I have 4 years, doesn't affect the fact that you have 3 years, whatever. The job description is the same. We are all hired as RN1, hired as RN2. There was a friend of mine who was an associate. She was hired as RN1. Fresh, she's a new grad, fresh from school. But the ranking, nobody cares about belt like they do in Ghana or Africa. Rank, the nurses, DDNS, 20 years, no. Nobody cares about all that. But you're likely going to start off as an RN1. There's something called new grad. A new graduate, fresh from nursing school, past licensure is a new grad. You start from RN1. 6 months, you might be lucky. Some facilities will jump you to RN2. But majority of us will remain at RN2 forever, unless you are willing to join a committee that will make change in the hospital. You're going to do a project. I am trying to make change where I work. So I'll do a project and defer. If not, you can remain at RN2 forever and retire forever. With time, you get some 6 months, you get some raise, salary raise. 1 year, you get some raise. But when you get RN3, at my workplace, the difference between RN2 and RN3 salaries is about $60 difference. So if they are paying RN2 $10, RN3 is paid $16. So there's a motivation to get your RN3, which involves a lot of schoolwork, PowerPoint presentation. You can design some gadgets that will assist the world if you want to be a manufacturer. Yes, so don't worry whether you are associate or whatever. We do the same thing, the same workload. Have I answered your question, please?
Yes, please. The salary wise, please. Associate and RN.
Oh, yeah. So the salary wise. So if you're RN1, there's a start-off point for RN1. If you're RN2, there's a start-off point for RN2. And it depends on the state you are in and the city or town you are in of that state. I know people who are new grads who are in California who earn way more than me, who is an RN2. Yes. But if they hired you and I the same day, and we are all RN1, associate or BSN, RN1 starting point is the same. Nobody is going to use your BSN to top up and give you $2 because you have a BSN. RN, associates, RN, BSN, level 1, level 2, you all get the same thing going forward. If that is clear, I don't know if I explained that well. But...
Yeah.
But what we also encourage people to do is that nursing school in US is very expensive, so, and time consuming and all that, because you can't stop work and be schooling. And besides, it's very expensive. So we encourage people in Ghana and Nigeria and your home country that once you get the opportunity to do your BSN, grab it and do it. Yes, it will be profitable to you at a point. Over, please.
Okay. Does UPC help people get a job after? Yes, we cannot just train you and live in Africa. We link it to a recruiter with a good deal and you get a job. Also, Ernest, you said you did a BSc emergency nursing at KNUST in Ghana. So it's a 4-year program. Obviously, it looks like it's a BSc and it's in KNUST. The first year, second year, level 100 and 200, you do general nursing. And what is on your certificate? Dixon, are you familiar with the course Bsc Emergency Nursing, KNUST, Kwame Command?
Yeah, so it's more like, yeah, it's more like you know, Legon, though is BSc nursing, but level 400, you are given the chance to specialize. So maybe pediatrics or midwifery, though it's a general nursing, but maybe level 400. You'll be given the option to specialize, maybe midwifery and all that. So it's a general nursing course, but with a bit of specialty. And you see, don't be fixated on the course that you did. What matter is on your transcript. Did you do the relevant courses that will help you to get your CES report? Even if you did archaeology and we can find medical, surgical, nursing, obstetrics, pediatrics on your transcript, that is what matter.
Okay. So